If Pyros and Crips all got along, they probably gun me down by the end of the song. Seem like the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear yacht, 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 yacht.
Yeah, Monopoly's a fun game. Most of the time. But a real-life Monopoly, not so much. A monopoly is one sole firm who has all control of the market with no competition. A monopoly is the only firm in the market because of high barriers to entry. There are three main sources of barriers to entry. The first one being government regulation. This is when the government gives a single firm the exclusive right to produce some good or service. The second barrier to entry is that the key resource is owned by one single firm. The third main source of barriers to entry is the production process. This is when a single firm can produce output at a lower cost than a larger number of firms, also known as a natural monopoly. Because this market is controlled by one large firm, there is a unique product with no substitutes. This means that the monopoly is a price maker, no matter how absurd the price may be. However, the only person buying this product might be arsch deep. Don't worry, no AP student packs were harmed during this filming. When production is divided among more firms, each firm produces less, and ATC rises. A good way to remember this is when you divide a piece of paper up and split it up, the more pieces you have, the higher the stack will go, aka the average total cost. This makes both the demand curve and marginal revenue curve downward sloping. Because the demand is downward sloped, the monopoly has to accept a lower price if it wants to sell more output. A monopoly will maximize their profit where MC equals MR. Using the marginal cost equals marginal revenue formula, find the price and quantity that the monopoly would produce at. If you said 110, you are wrong. The actual price and quantity that the monopoly would produce at, unregulated, is $300 and 10 units. A common error when solving for this is the average person will look and see where MR crosses MC, and they will think that's exactly where the monopoly will produce and at that price. But you actually have to draw a vertical line up until the demand curve, because that is where the price will be set. Another possibility with monopolies is that the government will regulate these firms. The first place they will regulate these firms is at a socially optimal price. This is where the price equals marginal cost. This is allocatively efficient. The socially optimal price and quantity is $200 at 15 units. Another place the government will regulate these firms is at the fair return price, where the firm will break even. This is set where price equals average total cost. This will give you a normal profit. This price and quantity combination will be $100 at 17 units. Well, that was a quick explanation on monopolies. But please enjoy this view because it was a lot to take in.